They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. He finds Taylor, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. Well, this defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he's got his man, Hilton. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Rivers to Hilton there, first down Indy. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
And there's a familiar sight, Khalil Mack putting a quarterback down in the backfield for another sack. I know he only had 8.5 sacks in 2019, so a lot of people wrote that off as, hey, what's going on with Khalil Mack? You do realize he's getting doubled and tripled on just about every snap, but that was the first time since his rookie year of 2014 that he finished the season with less than 10 sacks.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Indianapolis.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Rivers. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Third and long for Rivers. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Former first-round pick Leonard Floyd is no longer with the Bears, so they signed Robert Quinn to replace him as a sack guy. And Robert Quinn just got one right there. Had 11.5 sacks last year with Dallas. The best since his lone all-pro season in 2014. And I know the Bears are his 4th team in 4 years after stints with the Rams, Dolphins, and Cowboys. But don't be fooled by that. Robert Quinn still has a lot of juice left in his tank.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, 94 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2 yards on the pickup.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack in the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First carry now for David Montgomery. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and 2. Now Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And here's Rodgers on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
6-0 our score after 1. Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers. He's got it to Hilton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
A gain of 15.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch, They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's 2nd and 10. A play fake to Mack. Now Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Jack Doyle.
11 yards there. 1st down.
1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Draw play as Rivers gives to Taylor. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have timed things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Colts 7. Bears.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And Robinson with a big catch. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. First catch for the Bears' leading receiver from a year ago. It's a Chicago 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
The 42-yard line.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flush to his right. He'll try it. Now Trubisky lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that that up into the fours, look out. He can control the game.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trying to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there is really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and they end up getting sacked.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 30.
From the gun, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
At the Colts' 24-yard line.
From the 24, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Bears. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
He's brought down back at the 16.
Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Javon Wims as the first half is winding down, and the Bears will add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down. Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Cmont, the tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Chicago Bears believe they got a steal getting Cole Kmet out of Notre Dame, the tight end, in the second round, because on most boards, he was a consensus #1 tight end. He can block, catch the ball downfield, and it was funny talking with a scout right before the draft, and he told me, I think there's a lot more receiving ability for Cole Kmet than people think. We just saw evidence of it on that last play.
Tackle made.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Flushed out right. Pass incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Montgomery
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
By Anthony Walker.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
David Montgomery.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Trubisky will throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Rosas on for the field goal. A 38-yard.
Rosas' kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Micah Kiser coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Javon Wims, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pick.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
31-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Jim, hands up.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Now Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Come on, QB, come on. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
He's coming, double up. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
On On third down, they go Montgomery. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out.
2 yards.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 28-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write it in.
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown.
Is good.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
And so many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying...
He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
A gain of 50 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll throw again, Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
6-yard line.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
on 3rd down. It's Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
Bears